Hello, hello. Welcome to Jewel Loom School Live. It's Thursday. I've been watching everybody hanging out in the hallway. I love that. The visual of just like everyone gathering and chit-chatting and saying hi to each other. It totally takes me back to my high school days, hanging out by the locker, seeing your favorite teacher walk by. It's so cool. Hey, listen, I'm Juliana, the inventor of the Jewel Loom right there. And this is Jewel Loom Arts and Crafts with me, Juliana. And we get together on Thursdays as a community and we hang out and we have fun and we make stuff and talk about things and all creativity. It's really a great time. I'm so grateful that you are here. Hi, Mel. Canada's in the house. Claire, Leanne, Robin, come on now. Come on now. All right. So, thank you for your patience this afternoon. I was working on some things and I had to run a couple errands because you know who needed food. That little Frenchie. So, yeah, so I got a little bit of a late start. Hey, Lori. Oh, so fun to see everyone. I always enjoy seeing everybody's name and am always holding on to the visual of the day when we're all going to see each other and be able to weave. And there's Gloria. Fantastic. So nice to see everyone. Hey, listen, I thought tonight I would do, the reveal of this month's Creative Soul kit. And it is totally in honor of my father, Jose Lima Avelar. My dad was born and raised until he was about almost 13, I believe it was, in the Azores. So we're Portuguese, and he's from the Azores, the Flores Islands, and fishing in the Azores was just an absolute way of life. In fact, they actually, his uncles did a lot of whale fishing, which I'm obviously not for. But hey, listen, different parts of the world, different things that they have to do to eat. So, but yeah, so my dad and my grandpa, when we were little, they would go fishing and then they would go out on the boats right here in the Channel Islands Harbor, and they would come back with just like tons of fish, and there were times when they would go clam digging and there would be buckets and buckets of clams and crab, and I mean it was just unreal, the photos that we have showing just the massive amounts of fish and ginormous. Like I'm not just telling a fish story. Like they were big fish. And so as a little girl, I remember all of this. And then I was blessed with the opportunity to actually go fishing with my father in his later years over, these past 10 years or what have you. And so that was really a memory that I just will hold on to for my entire life. And he was quite the fisherman. And obviously, I got my fisherwoman skills from my pops and my Portuguese bloodline. And so yeah, so I've enjoyed it a lot. And yeah, so I'm wearing his hat. And what I really wanted to do for this month, and especially with Father's Day coming up, is to make a hat band or make a pattern based on this, um, hobby for some, sport fishing for others, a way to pass time on the lake's edge for some. And so I just thought it would be a great way to share my dad's passion for fishing, my passion for boating and fishing. And so, yeah. So I actually, let's see, where do we want to go from here? Because it looks like I can see myself over there, but for some reason it's black over here. So Joan is not with me today. So I would love for you to tell me that you can see me. Hey. And that you can hear me? I'm assuming it must be a yes because nobody has said, "Hey, I can't hear you." Oh, Jenny, yeah. Yeah, so I just lost my pops back in December as, I have shared before. Obviously, making this project, it's just like the last couple of weeks I've been like a big boohoo mess. Oh, good. I can see you and hear you. Thank you. Awesome, awesome. So I ended up using, of course, the large Wisdom Warrior. And my bestie, my rock star bestie, silversmith beading queen, Brandi, we known each other since we're 13. And so she's been designing the hat bands. And I said, "Hey, can you make one for my dad?" And she knew my dad. We obviously, we've grown up together. And so I said, "I just want a variety of colored fish that represent basically what's in the ocean." And so, because we're ocean fisher people. Not that there's anything wrong with fishing from the lakeside, but I mean, I'm just sharing with you like the experience is from the ocean. And so she put together a pattern. She laid it out. Wait till you see the new way that the patterns are laid out, by the way. They're really, really cool. And so I'll be making a colored copy for those people who have bought. Again, this is the Creative Soul box kit. And for the people who are subscribers, you're already dialed in. You'll be getting your boxes. I do believe credit cards get charged tomorrow. And we've got everything pretty much ready to go. I was hopeful. There's still some boxes en route. And I do believe that they will be here in plenty of time with the goal of everything going out on Monday. And so, but yeah. Okay. So Leanne says, fishing with my dad. I was so little that fish pulled me in. Oh my gosh. After my dad finished freaked out, he laughed and told me that I was supposed to pull the fish out, not you in. Oh my heck. Yes. That's really interesting, Lorena, because when my dad was in the hospital this last time, when he got the pneumonia and everything, I could definitely, he was speaking of places that he had not spoken of before. And so I feel like that sounds really familiar. So again, he is from the Azore Islands outside of Portugal, specifically the Flores, Flores. So yeah, I actually was too comfortable on one of those rubber tubes. I was sitting and woke up. I was in the middle of the lake. There's something so incredibly healing about being on the water. I'm overdue for a boat trip, and so yeah, fishing and the water is just like so cute. I know, isn't that a cute story, Lori? So sweet. So the kit that I put together for you, I'm just going to pull in. It's always, an interesting challenge with the Large Wisdom Warrior. I want to tell you that I worked. I worked with the stand in so many different positions. It was comical. Like I really was like at one point going to run out here and get the tripod so that I could show you all these different ways, and I still could do it. But it was like this combination of her being in this position, and then at some point I had her sitting on my lap, and then at one point I had it like propped up and over on the computer. Like it really, I was blown away how the Large Wisdom Warrior stand, really helped me to like get all of this done. Because I mean, come on now. When I tell you Mama's arm was about ready to fall off, because I was just like a beating queen, trying to get this all dialed in and done for you. And so anyway, if you have the Large Wisdom Warrior, awesome. If you don't have the stand, why? Why? Oh my gosh, really? It was so cool, especially when I was able to. I just kind of want to see how. So I had it in my lap like this at one point, and then I was scooched up, where the table would support it. So it was on my lap, very, very sturdy. My hat's so big. And then I was able to like do the weaving. It was so cool. And then, there were like when I got really down here, like I said, I had it like propped up at an angle. This isn't the table I was working at because the other table is a little bit lower. But yeah. So anyway, I felt like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize the versatility of the large Wisdom Warrior stand. I mean, come on now. How did I not know this? But in all honesty, it was the first time that I was really needing and wanting to get this hat band done so that I could share it with you. And so it was really a cool experience. So that's just my little spiel on the large Wisdom Warrior stand. And so yeah, it is so big. It really is. But so as I was making, I just love this. It's so cool. And you're just, like at first it's like fish. And then I saw the pattern and I was like, dude, you killed it. Like she just killed it. I loved it. So then I was like, you know what? It really needs like a companion because um, I love stacking my pieces on my hat. Let me see. So, we got all this stuff right here. Hold on. Okay, so I'm going to use this one because it's just so pretty. So this is the pattern that comes with the large Wisdom Warrior. The pattern and the beads and everything come when you buy the large Wisdom Warrior kit. All right. And look at the chain. Such a great way to make that closure. So I'm going to put it's a little big for this hat, and then what I love to do is take another shiny piece, and I love layering my hat bands. I just think it looks so cool. So I wanted you to have that opportunity with this collection as well. So with the kit, you are going to get 4 strands. Okay. There's 4 gorgeous watercolor strands. So I don't know if you're familiar, like if you've ever approached an island before, excuse me, or if you're, I don't know, in Mexico, the Caribbean, when the water hits, there's a combination of colors that are made that are just like, if somebody could bottle that, it would be pure gold, like it's just magical, the color that is created. And so I had the opportunity many times with my dad. We were out on the boat and we were on the backside of Anacapa Island. And when the water would hit the island, oh my gosh, and it would just rush in, and then it would do this thing and it would turn this gorgeous turquoisey gorgeousness. Ah, it was so beautiful. Anyway, I wanted to like be able to communicate that somehow in a piece. And so you have these different colors. Look at how pretty they are, you guys. Look at how they match the fishes as well. Isn't that so gorgeous? And so these colors really do represent, I'm going to come in here. So you see how we did on the pattern? We did these really cool, like the gills, right? So what Brandi and I decided was we're calling that F. That is F, and F is like the gills. And when you pull the fish out of the water, there's just like a lot of shimmering different colors going on. And so we've given you 3 colors to use as F. Okay. And you can use one, or where did I go to town on one of these guys? I think it's this one. I think it's the salmon. I think on the salmon, I ended up using like all 3. It's kind of hard to see. But they all give you, and it's they're expensive. These beads they're not cheapos. Cozumel. I love Cozumel. I love Cancun. I love Mexico. I'd live there. Like I love it that much. Anyway, they're lustered colors, and so they're so pretty, and they they match the beads in the wrap. And by all means, you don't have to have this as a headband. You could use this as a wrap bracelet. And what I want to tell you too is that there's 10 tubes of seed beads in this kit. And so you have the 4 different colored fish, and then you have the 3 different options as F for the inside, right? And then you're going to have 3 tubes of the Aqua Capri. This is the water, and it's also acting as the fish's eyeball. And because I'm giving you 3 whole tubes of the blue, you still have so much left over. You can make earrings, you can make a pendant. I mean, there's still a lot of beads left over. And if you're like, Jules, I really don't want to make a hat band, don't. Like, you could do a bracelet, you could do earrings, you could do a pendant, you could do multiples. I mean, look at this. This is 23 inches, by the way. So make that note. If you're getting this kit, you're going to do 23 inches, which equals how many fish? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 fish. I mean, come on now, right? Because each fish can be an earring. This is probably a good size bracelet. So you're going to have a lot of options. You can make the hat band. You're going to have some leftover beads. You can make some earrings. I'm totally making earrings. You know I am. I needed to do that, but this was a lot. So the other thing too, rainbow or mermaid hemp cord is going to be in your kit so that you can make your wrap here. And look at Robert made us a fish. Look at, he made us a little fish button. Isn't it the cutest thing you've ever seen? Okay, so you're going to have a little fish button in there. So again, you'll be able to use this as a hat band as well. And I did some seed beads. All right. You're going to have to measure out because these 4 strands are not, okay, let me correct myself. If you're going to make a wrap bracelet, it is possible that the 4 strands will be enough and you won't have to add seed beads, but I need you to plan it out. Okay. So what I did was I did a patch here. This is better. I see how I did this patch of seed beads. Look how cool that looks. And then I did the check glass. This is all check glass, by the way. And then I did more seed beads, and I did that in 2 sections. See it up there as well. So I really wanted to use all of the check glass beads. But I realized very quickly that I was going to need a little assistance with some seed beads. So I laid out the pattern, and whether you do a wrap or you add it to your hat, it's going to look spectacular and you're going to be sparkly. Faux leather is coming in the kit. You can buy real leather if you want. If I buy real leather for you, it's just going to jack up the price. Like, things are just like, I don't have to repeat myself. You know that they're expensive. So if you want to do faux leather, awesome. As you know, if you want to go to, if you have a Tandy, Tandy, I love Tandy, and I usually buy hides from there, but they're just so expensive. So I wanted to give you more value in the beads. And so the kit makes both bands. Yeah, I'm giving you everything, love. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's why I'm saying, like, you're going to, you'll have some leftover beads so that you can use it to stretch out this wrap. And I did it at the same time too. So after I got done with my fish band, I ended up warping for, I ended up warping for the wrap. And I'm just referring to it as a wrap, but I'll probably end up putting it on my hat. So it could be a wrap bracelet or it could be a hat band. So yeah, you'll have the hemp cord, 4 strands of beads, and the fishing and the fish button to make this piece right here. And then you're going to have 10 tubes of seed beads to make the fish hat band and or, okay? And Mom knew you were going to go through, can I say a buttload? All right. I added a whole spool of wildfire to the kit, and it's blue. Okay, because I love you. So wildfire bead Loom 0.006 in blue, a 20-yard spool is also coming in your kit. So because it uses a lot. And I was like, you know what? I want to give them the wildfire as well because you're so good to me. And so yeah. Okay. It's a big kit. If you need to add anything to your box, let me know. There are still, for the Creative Soul members, there are still some March and April kits. I do believe that I sent out a text about that. So if you're interested in one of those at the discount, let me know and I'll charge your account and put it into this box. I think it should work out fine. So yeah, so I think they're so pretty on the loom sometimes. I crashed my head. Sometimes things are just so cool on the loom. I have a hard time. Does anyone else have that? Like you have a hard, like they look so pretty, like art, that you're like, I have to take it off now? Anyone else, or is it just me? Aw. My honey just said he wants a fish hat band. Sounds like, aw. Okay, I totally want to know about, yeah, I would love to, if you get this kit and you make it and stuff, like I really want to know the story. I want to know the story about your pops. I want to know the story about that special person in your life. Hey, listen, women fish. I am a fisher woman, like I am, and I'm a catcher. I don't know if you saw the thumbnail that I did for this video, but I caught those fish. And so I would like to say that I'm a very good fisher woman. So women fish, men fish, moms fish, dads fish. So whoever you get this for, make it for. And if you're making it for yourself, awesome. I'm going to be adding it to my dad. This was my dad's hat, like I said. And so I'll be adding it to this. And I'm sure I'll be making my little brother one. So, but I haven't started my last hat band. Yeah, it's a process. Making the hat bands is definitely a process. It does take some time. I will tell you that with this pattern, the cool thing is like you're looking at the pattern, right? And so once you get one fish done, then you're like, oh, repeat. Second fish done, third fish done, right? So like it is a little easier. Oh my goodness, there's Maria. We were all worried about you. Yay. Oh, Maria, you're tardy for the first time. I think you get a pass. I think you get a teacher's pet pass. Very cool. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the clip. I would say that's a clip off and remove, because I do think I want to take the wrap off for you, just because I think it's really cool and unique. I know, it's so cool. All right, so I'm going to, okay, we're going to go this way. I'm going to see for giggles if I can unwrap it without cutting it. And let me just bring you down to the table here. Okay, cool. So sometimes, it works out to where you can just get your pliers. I mean, I'm not really, looks like it's coming apart very easily. The other thing that I'm thinking about doing, and I really just want to do that where I can tape it, is to remove the hat band, the fish band, and only cut up here at the top, and then try to see what happens if I do Danielle's technique of the pulling. I'm not 100% sure it's going to work because I don't know. I did have a little faux pas in this one area, and so I don't know. Okay, so I'm just going to clip that off. But how cool that I could do two pieces at one time, you guys. I mean, I didn't do them at one time, but I finished this and then I warped the wrap, and then I went on to the beading. So, all right, so we'll just take this and Where are we going to go? I'm going to put this back on the stand. I don't want anything to happen. It was such a, I feel like I'm always trying to like come up with things for you all, which is awesome. And this time I really got the opportunity then to work on the loom and, really be able to experience everything in a timely manner. I don't know. It was just very cool process. Okay. I think I want to do this end. So let's see. This fish is killing me. It's so cute. Whoops. Sorry about that. Okay. So the probably only going to be able to, probably going to have to just do like a cool knot or something on the top. Well, actually, okay, let me see for giggles. I don't know if the hole is big enough. Because what I would have liked to have done is maybe go back through, but I think, yeah, the hemp is kind of fray. So we'll just do like a cool little knot. Yeah, that looks cool. So cute. Okay. And then I'm just going to leave a little bit of a towel right now for the moment. And then I'm going to go back and I'll clean that up. Okay. So, if you're going to put it around, let's see, let's get one of the hats back out here. Well, let me take off my fishing hat. Woo, sweating under there. All this hair. Okay. So, oh, very cool. Look, it just works. But we probably want something a little bit more sturdy. I wouldn't want that. So I'll have to think about how, let's see, let me see if I can maybe do like a knot. That would make a very cool belt, totally. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Let's see. Just trying to make the loop like a little smaller. And by all means, again, this can be a wrap. So I can just do this, right? I can do a wrap bracelet. I still need to get my wildfire tool and burn some of my ends there. So what do we got? We got 2, 3, and then 4. Okay. So this could be a wrap bracelet as well. So that would be super fun to wear while you're fishing, of course. I used to wear my stuff. I used to wear my rings. All right. Let me put this around the hat. So, oh, perfect. 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 So you got the little fish in the back here. It'd be fun. I'm going to have to get some more of those fish buttons. I could sew them into this straw hat. That would be so cool. Okay. So there's just like a first layer of fabulousness. I mean, even that as a cute little something for a fishing band or a fishing hat. Very cool. And then what I'm going to do is, again, I want to take the fish hat band off of the loom. Here, let's just. So when you're out on the, oh my gosh, I don't know if this is it's kind of like a fishing / witchy hat, right? It looks like a big Halloween wishy. And my head is so big though. Okay. Oh my heck. All right. What was I saying? Very cute. Very cute. So what I want to do is I want to tape taking off the piece from the loom so that we have clean footage of that. And especially since I'm going to try to pull the warps, at least one end of the warps. I'm not sure how that's going to go. I had a bead. Okay, here's the truth. When I was weaving, I cracked a bead. And so, I don't know, Maria, have you ever done that? So you're in your project, you crack a bead, and I was like, "Oh crap, what now?" And so I literally just sewed it back in. So I know Maria's like, ouch. But I was able to save it. I was able to sew it back in. But that's what's kind of like making me think that I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull the warps. So we'll see what happens. Not a deal breaker. I mean, the ends are going to be covered with a faux leather anyway. So it's not like the end of the world. I'm just trying to see if maybe it would work because then that leaves one end not to fuss with. Not a deal breaker. I've done that with a ring, not on the loom. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah. So anyway, the kit is on the website, and I know that a lot of them were already spoken for, but I do believe there are still some left. And so so if you do want one of the kits, make sure you go and get them. You do not have to subscribe. You can either subscribe or you can pay as you go. And so and so just know that. Okay, cool. Jill Wiseman has a repair video. Of course she does. She's the queen. Like she had to be a bead because she just, yeah, she's got all those tricks. I'll have to ask her to send me the link. So still saving for my loom. So that we do have Shop Pay has 4 installments, and that is between you and Shop Pay. I do cover the fees for that, and but you deal with Shop Pay. It's totally out of like my hands, but there is a program, and you do get that option when you're trying to check out. So you can make 4 payments, 4 equal payments is what I believe it comes down to. I hope you and your sister have a wonderful time together. Oh, that's so nice. Lake of the Ozarks. Ooh, yeah, you guys had some storms. Yeah, let's give a big shout out to all the paper crafting folks that have come over to join us. I'm so appreciative of you. I cannot. Today there were 2 projects that were made on the Eileen Loom today, I believe, that were posted in the Bellicon event, and it's like holy cow. So really cool stuff. It's just so cool to see everybody making neat things. I did that on a peyote oh yeah. Yeah. I was definitely bummed, but I fixed it. I mean, I just picked up a bead and I sewed it back in. Like what, you know what I mean? Like I don't know if that was right. It doesn't look wrong, but I was able to do that. So all right. Not sure if there's any other questions. My mom and sister just left. Aw. Kentucky Derby. Listen, next year, I think whoever, I don't know the particulars. Like you might be like, Jules, the tickets are like $500,000. I don't know. I've never been. Can just everyday people go to the Kentucky Derby? I don't know. Robin, can they do that? Like, I don't know. I just heard like something ridiculous about the Met where people were paying $75,000 for a ticket. Don't know if that's the truth. Just heard it on the interwebs. But if us folk can go to the Kentucky Derby, I'm all in for dressing up and putting a hat on. So I'm not sure. What is? Oh yeah. Oh, she said. Okay. Yes. Just as long as you have the money. So it is expensive. You have to like buy a ticket, and it's expensive. I mean, I don't know. I really honestly don't know. Like, can you do like a faux Kentucky Derby, like locally or something? Like, dude, I bet people do that, right? There must be like Kentucky Derby celebrations on a budget outside of the Kentucky Derby. I mean, surely, maybe we should, Robin, maybe we should plan that. Oh my goodness, so much fun. Yes, but my house is okay. They are wicked this year. Bring on the crops. Yeah, so crazy. Hi, Leanne. I am from California, born and raised. Yes. Yes, a great idea. Beaded hat. Oh, beaded hat derby. Oh, we can gather in Kentucky and wear our beaded hats and our pretty dresses. Ah, you have a cookout, girlfriend? Oh, yes, I have a big cookout, and when we place our bet online. Oh my gosh, when I was a little girl, my mom would take me to Santa Anita racetrack. She worked for 3M, and they would go on the bus from Camarillo to Santa Ana. And as a little girl, I would go to the races with my mom. Oh my God. So funny. So funny. Beaded hat derby. I'm in. I am totally in. I'll have to talk to Brandi. What is that like? Horses, right? So we need a horse. We need a horse pattern. So all right, you guys, thank you for just hanging out. I wanted to make sure that we always meet up on Thursdays, even if sometimes it's just to chit chat and go over the Creative Soul Kit for the month. And yeah, beaded horses would be so rad. I'd love that. It's really a great box. There's just so much you're going to be able to. Well, you see, there's totally at least two big projects, if not a bunch of tiny ones, right? So, Churchill Downs on Derby is out of my will. I do you know how much it is? Because I don't have a clue. Like I'm don't have a clue. I could see for sure that there were a lot of celebrities there, so my assumption is that it's an expensive thing, but I'm sure we could do us a party too. Yes. Yes, Jenny, this is the Creative Soul box for May. And if you're a subscriber, then cards are hit tomorrow, the 10th. And then everything's supposed to be here today. Like it's showing that the beads in the wildfire are going to be here. That's pretty much what I'm waiting for. And then I have to go over to the oh heck, what is it called? West Marine. I have to go over to the marine shop. I want to get some twine, like some nice twine for the back, for the hat band. So I'm just gonna, cut some up into like some 12-inch pieces. My husband is a fishing guide. This time for Father's Day. Yes. My gosh. Okay. The screen went black and I don't know why. Oh, I'm back. Okay. It looked like I went. So all day long, the little tornado, the white Wi-Fi thing, fully loaded, ready to go. 4 o'clock comes around. I'm really starting to think that it's because we're streaming to multiple places. So might have to just start streaming to the YouTubes and then post over on the Facebook. I'm really starting to think that's the reason why this happens. So makes sense, I think. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for everyone to make their fish hat band and to show pictures. Definitely please share them. Yeah. And you can do like a hashtag Papa Joe. That would be way cool. My dad would get a kick out of that. Yeah, Marlon Brando's not here. Thank you for noticing that his snoring is not here. He's being a weirdo right now. I don't know what's up. I think he's mad because I haven't taken him for a walk yet. So I'm sure I'm going to have to go do that. But anyway. All right. I think we're good. Oh, Robert. I'm like, who's this guy? Robert said Robert says infield is $130 a ticket. Well, that's cheap compared to like some other things. Are you sure? I mean, do you not get to see anything if you're infield? I mean, I would have thought they were all in the thousands. Yes, Maria, do so sooner than later because I do believe that the extra ones that are non-subscribers were going quickly. Um, you're coming across as an 80s dude movie. Nice. Yeah. Next week, we're just going to stream to the YouTubes and let's see if there's a difference. Yeah. And I was going to hop onto my hotspot that I also pay for. And the stupid thing, like it was empty on battery, whatever. I was like, how'd you do that? I charged you all night. So who knows? I don't know. It's crazy. Anyway. All right. I love being with you. Thank you. If you're just watching, know that we get together every Thursday as a community, as the Jewel Loom community, and we talk and we demonstrate and we brainstorm and we share ideas. And so this is our time to come together. Outside of that, I do upload how-to videos on a lot of weaving, but you'll also see earring making and pendant making and other off loom projects because we're expanding. I've got 30 some years in the hobby and craft world. And so I've done a lot of different things. And so we're going to start getting a little messy fun though. So I just ordered mine. I can't wait. Lori, I don't think you order though. Aren't you a subscriber? What is, I don't know what the first three things say. Well, I'll reach out to you, Karen. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I'll reach out to you privately. Okay. Okie dokie. All right. I think that's it. So yeah, if you're just watching this, yeah, we do them. Yes, I'm the only person in the room, but I really am engaged with my chat over here because I love my folks. And so I'm sorry. I'm like the crazy aunt. So if you like what you see and you want to have fun with just a bunch of fun people, then subscribe to the channel and get your notifications, like things if you like them. And by all means, if you could share the Jewel Loom love, that helps the channel so much. And it helps me to keep doing what I love doing. So that would be fantastic. And just know that everybody is extremely helpful and kind. And we do have a free Facebook group as well where everyone hangs out. So, okay. Love you.